Footsteps. Breath. The air tastes of iron and rain. You cross the threshold, and the grove holds its breath with you. They name me Helwyr. Some call me Beast, some call me Guardian. I do not correct them. Names are bark. Truth is the rings inside. You raise your weapon. The leaves shiver, not from wind but memory. Do you hear it? Roots murmuring under stone. They remember the first oath I swore. Protect the heart, whatever form the threat may wear. Come closer, traveler. Let us see which of us is the threat today. Once I walked on 2 quiet feet and healed the wounds of the wild. I spoke softly and the wolves followed. I asked the trees to bend, and they bent for me. The world gave me a charge, and I took it with a grateful bow. But vows are hungry. Each year they ate a little more of me. Fingernails became claws, teeth sharpened for truths I could not say aloud. Still, I smiled at the moons and said, "Yes, I will keep you safe." You stare at the scars in the soil, at the tangled vines that answer to my call. Your eyes are careful. Good. Caution is a kindness in a place where mercy blooms and withers in the same breath. Tell me, hunter, when they say what I am, or only what I do? The first clash is always a question. Steel against claw, spark against sap. Your stance speaks before you do. Balance, focus, a rhythm that promises endurance. I circle, not to taunt you, but to listen. The ground reports your weight. The air warns me of your timing. The grove lends me patience. Do you feel the tug at your ankles? Not a trap, an invitation. Roots ask your blood who it serves. Answer honestly. You rush, I yield. You strike air and bark. The grove drinks a little heat from your muscles. This is how we meet, not with names, but with exchange. You look for weakness. Every hunter does. The scars on my ribs were not gifts. I won them in winters when the cold forgot to be gentle. Listen then. I will offer you a story in return for each cut you land. Not a bargain, a balance. If I am to be your trial, let me also be your chronicle. There was a night when the grove burned without flame. A fever ran through it. No smoke, no ash, only a heat that came from words spoken far away. Oaths, plans, calculations. A city under glass promised protection while it measured the cost of the wild. That night I learned a truth. Harm does not always arrive with teeth. Sometimes it arrives with a neat signature. So I made myself a different kind of signature. You press harder. Good. Let the body speak plainly. I answer with a surge that is not anger, but clarity. Vines coil. The earth lifts like a shoulder rising to meet a thrown stone. Watch my hands. When they open, the soil opens. When they close, the soil remembers how to hold. You cut through a curtain of green and it grows back as if the blade were another kind of seed. You think I fight to win. Yes and no. Victory for me is not your fall. It is your understanding. I smell the moment you doubt. It is sweet, like fruit almost ready to drop. You have heard stories of monsters. You prepared remedies for fur and fang and poison. But what remedy do you carry for a vow kept too long? Your shoulder dips. The grove tugs your heel. I step in. Claw meets guard. The sound is a bell in a chapel with no walls. You ask yourself, why does he not kill me when he can? Because killing is a lock. Teaching is a key. I should tell you now before the last measures. There's a reason your steps felt familiar the moment you entered. You walked this path before you walked it. Do you remember the seed they pressed into your hand when you took your commission? The trinket on your belt that hums when shadows gather? Look at it. No. Feel it. It warms to my breath because it is grafted from the same place that reshaped me. Not a curse. A hinge. Put two doors on a hinge and they do not become one door. They only learn to open the same way. You and I would train to protect different circles drawn around the same center. They told you that order protects life. They told me that life defies order. Both are true. Both fail without the other. Here is the part they hid from you. The grove chose me because I would not refuse to change for it. It chose you because you have not yet decided what you will change for. I am not the wall you must break. I am the mirror you must risk looking into while you are still breathing hard enough to see it fog. If you listen past your heartbeat, you will hear the roots whisper the same challenge they gave me. Guard the heart. Do not confuse the heart with your fear. So, hunter, decide. Will you carve or will you tend? You rush. I answer. This is not cruelty. It is clarity pressed into motion. Strike. Again. Feel what remains after impact. Not triumph, not panic. Attention. I close the distance and taste copper on the air. Your blade slides past fur and leaves a lesson the size of a palm. My claw answers with a mark that will not scar if you learn quickly. The grove is not passive. It witnesses. It remembers. It forgives when forgiveness makes space for growth. You plant your feet and refuse the drag of the living earth. Good. Anchor is not the enemy of root. They share a purpose. Now, hear me. If you fall, I will not mock you. If I fall, I will not curse you. We will have done our work. One last exchange. Let it say something worth keeping. My body finds the ground the way a seed finds it. Complete and also becoming. The grove exhales. Your shoulders drop. The weapon lowers because it understands before you name the feeling. Loot, they call it, when the world returns something for a cost. Take what lies before you, not as a trophy, as a promise. Remember me when you are asked to protect a boundary so tightly that nothing living can cross it. Remember that a heart enclosed too well cannot beat. Leave a branch unbroken as you go. That is enough.